Hi, welcome to Make It with Alice. It's Alice, and on this channel, you'll find all the tools that you need for communications, building confidence, and learning new emotional intelligence techniques. So, in this episode, we're going to talk about how kindness goes a long way. Now, we all know this. We've learned this in first grade that to be kind is to be human and it's the right thing to do. But what if we are in these situations where our nerves are tested and our values are tested and we don't agree with people? So how do we still stay kind? In this episode, I'm going to share a personal story of what happened to me in the grocery store and how a group of women were tested to show their kindness. So I'm going to talk about it in this episode because I think something we can all learn from this incident. And then also I'll give you a few strategies that you can apply when you are challenged, something that has helped me along the way, my journey in this thing called life. Okay, so let's talk about what happened in the grocery store. There was a woman. She was probably from the Roma origin, or what you would call a gypsy. Okay. And she went to buy food. She probably bought about 17 euros worth of food, about $20. Now, she took out all of her change. It was single pennies or 1 cent, and she was counting it. She didn't go to the bank to get it rolled. No, she put all of her money on to the cash register. Now, the poor young girl at the cash register was counting. There was a line of two other women behind me. So it was me, two other women, and then there was a supervisor and another cashier. We were all women, happened to be all women in that little section of the grocery store. She's counting. The supervisor's extremely upset. She's like, and she's Spanish. Everybody's Spanish. And I could just see her being really upset. And the other cashier is looking at the woman like, a shameful look. It's like what you get when you do something wrong. When you were a little kid and like your mom looked at you and like, shame on you for peeing in your pants. That kind of look. I felt annoyed, of course. And I was also in a hurry because I had to teach in 20 minutes and I just wanted to buy bananas and milk. And I was so annoyed, but I said, wait a minute, that could be me. At any point in time, that could be us. Like, we don't know her story. Maybe she lost everything. Maybe she just has pennies. I've been there where I just had to count change to buy groceries. So I told them in Spanish, necesitamos paciencias, which means patience. We need patience. And the manager rolled her eyes at me. The other cashier was like, okay. And then the poor young girl counting the change, didn't even look up to what I said because she's counting. The two women behind me said seguro, like it's right, verdad, which means it's true. We experienced Dena in Spain last year, which was a huge hurricane. It was a flood. We had a lot of flooding. People lost their homes. There were 100,000 cars that were just put in the junkyard. Like people lost their lives. It was like over 200 bodies. This was exactly 1 year ago in October because I was supposed to land in Spain and I would not have been able to land because the airport was flooded. So I rebooked my flight and I got to stay in the United States an extra week. Anyway, the crazy thing is like, as I was starting to explain to the women and kind of talking to them, like, this could be us. Maybe she lost her house or her husband. She can't provide for herself. We don't know. We're not in a rush, are we? I'm in a rush. I gotta work in 20 minutes, but are you girls in a rush? And they said no. And I felt gratitude to experience this because it shows us how thankful we must be for what we have. We have a roof over our heads, most of us that are watching this channel. And if we don't, it's only temporary. We're not going to have a roof over our head. And we must be grateful. And as we're in this little space in the grocery store, sharing all of these emotions, I invite you to think about moments where you didn't want to be kind. It's easier to be kind when everything goes well, but what if you're having a bad day? How can you be kind? So these are the 3 simple things you can do in order to foster kindness and practice this. I'll give you some examples. Example number 1, if you're stressed or rushing, take a few breaths. Stop in your track and look around you. Where can you be kind? Is it opening a door for an elderly? Is it a woman who's carrying her luggage up the stairs? Can you help her carry it? Is it a man that's pushing the stroller and he's trying to put it on the bus? Can you let him pass, or do you need to rush and cut the line? So example number 1, just breathe and pause and find the opportunities for kindness. Example number 2 is asking someone, can I help you? That's an act of kindness. And strategy number 3, or an example, is praying, meditating, closing your eyes, taking a few breaths, repeating mantras, prayers, as I said, meditations, positive affirmations, whatever it is, it's free. Kindness is free. It's available to us. Like, we can be kind, and it's a choice. The world happens how it happens. We can't control events. What we can control is our behavior and acts of kindness. So next time you're in the grocery store, as much as you're frustrated or you're getting on the bus and it's super crowded like the buses in Valencia, just smile. Like, what happens when you start smiling at people? You noticed that people smile back, and the ones that don't smile back eventually do, because they have nothing else to do but to smile, because your energy and radiance is so much stronger than the negativity. Elevate your frequency, your vibration, and hope for the best. When I was in situations where I was in trouble and it was dangerous, I really do believe that kindness and my femininity and just smiling helped reduce the tension. Thoughts are powerful. They have vibrations. They hold a frequency. They hold a charge. Your nonverbal communication is also strong. If you're expressive with your eyes, that says everything. People read your energy before what you speak. So practice kindness. When you will be able to be kind, God and the universe provides. It does. It's just not logical, and you won't know how. Try your best. That's what I'm working on. So if you enjoyed this episode and you found something useful that you could use for today, drop me a comment. I read them and I love responding to all of your comments. And as always, we end each episode with do the best that you can every day.